Hello, everyone, and welcome to hashtag Cause a Scene Conference San Francisco. Yes. This is a big deal for me. This is a big deal for me because I pull these things out of my ass. I have an idea, and I just see what the community is going to say, how they're vibing to it, and the community likes these. And so, although there are not many here, that's fine. We're being recorded, and it's going to be a great opportunity to experience other people's stories. So, people, this is the website, hashtag Cause a Scene. Hashtag Cause a Scene came from me being pissed off last year of people wanting inclusion and diversity, but not wanting to pay for inclusion and diversity or pay me for anything because I wasn't a developer, and so I wasn't thought to be technical, which I had a problem with. And so I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna just want to be disruptive in 2018. And with that, a friend and I were on the phone, and was like, yeah, you need to cause a scene. I was like, ooh, hashtag cause a scene. And that's how I got started. And I couldn't just do cause a scene, it had to be hashtag cause a scene. But as you know, you can't put a hash inside of, but that just caused the whole other thing. So that's what it is. It's a very long hashtag cause a scene, but you won't forget it. So hashtag Cause a Scene is the strategic disruption of the status quo in technical organizations, communities, and events. And I have to say that I love that because I am brought in to organizations, conferences, communities, just to fuck shit up. I'm brought in to make white people uncomfortable. And you cannot understand how freaking happy, as a black woman who grew up in the South, to make white people upset is just like the holy grail for me. So it's like the best of both worlds. I get to stand on stage, I get to be the expert and say, ha ha, you're getting screwed right now. So that's what that is. So, but it's the human side of tech, because we all talk about technology. All we talk about in tech is freaking technology. And we always abstract out the human part of tech. Tech is here to serve humans, and we need to stop forgetting that. And white people cannot create products and services for a global market from one perspective. It's not happening. And what we're seeing now is the harm that's come from years of white men, white women being the only people who make decisions about technology. It's harming the global community. And so what I want to do is make sure that marginalized people, individuals, people who are often excluded, have an opportunity to tell their stories, because it's these stories that will help us create better products and services. So this is what hashtag Cause a Scene follows me. It's my thing. I can do what the hell I want to with it. So if I'm speaking at a conference, I'll say, hey, I'm speaking at your conference. You're already paying for me to go there. So you want to partner with me to do this thing? and this is how this happens. But this is the first time I've not been a part of a conference that I've just like stepped out on my own to put on this conference. And I can tell you, it's both scary as hell and exhilarating. And I want to thank Brian for taking the chance with me and just saying, hey, because I told him, I was like, I don't know what I'm just making this up. This is my style. And it makes a lot of people in this space because a lot of you guys are neurotic. It makes a lot of you very nervous when I say, they're like, a plan? No, I don't have a plan. I'm just going with my gut here. What do you mean? I'm going with my gut. I mean, just follow my gut. Trust me, just follow the gut. And they're like, what the hell is that? Don't worry about it. Just follow the gut. I'm a black woman. Hey, I got this. We have been dealing with this shit for centuries. I got this. So that's what that is. So these events are designed to be safe spaces so that marginalized groups can, marginalized people, individuals and groups can finally tell their stories in safe spaces, because we haven't had safe spaces. And it's for them to talk about whatever they want to. You can have slides, you can come up to a spoken word, you can play the banjo, you can tap dance. Whatever it takes for you to tell your story, this is your opportunity, your stage to do that. And it's your uncensored voice. So unlike other places with codes of conduct, you can say fuck at this conference. Motherfucker is my favorite word. So I can say it all different kinds of ways. And I used to do that to my students. They would say, Ms. Creighton, tell her how to use motherfucker. It was just like a joke, and I just go all the different ways I can say motherfucker, and they'd be like, but in my doing that, my students knew that I I wasn't their friend, but they can come tell me everything because nothing was off limits for them. So they felt safe. It's just my way of creating a safe space. So here's the code of conduct. It's not like any other code of conduct, because most code of conducts for conferences are shit. A code of conduct is the first line of defense, and what happens is they put that in place and they think their job is done, and that is not what a code of conduct is. It is reactionary, and you need to be doing something proactive. So my code of conduct is the primary goal of hashtag cause a scene. Whoever comes up here, please watch this right here, because I'm not, well, we're in Microsoft, so you have to sue them because you're not suing me. All right. The primary goal of hashtag Cause a Scene Conference is to be exclusive to as large a group of people as possible, all right? And we're committed to providing a safe space for everybody. That's what I talked about. Regardless of whatever it is, you're welcome here. And it is speaker focused. And because of that, I have attendees' expectations, which most conferences do not have. So please, I know we're a small audience, and most of you are friends of mine, or you get me. Wow, I know you. Yeah, okay. You snuck in on me. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Everybody who follows me on Twitter knows that this is my favorite thing to say. Let's get comfortable with being uncomfortable. White folks, listen, internalize, and sit with it. Basically, I want to say listen, internalize, and shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. It's not your turn to speak. Know that the people I've invited to be on this stage are the experts of their own story. We won't have that bullshit at conferences. Well, on this outliner, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, what is your opinion on that? Fuck you, it's not your opinion, it's not your time to speak. Understand it's not about you as an audience member. You all right there, Carol? Understand it's not about you. So if you're not up on this stage, it's not about you. And any comments that I feel are disruptive or disrespectful, I don't need anybody else's. This is why I love doing my own shit. I can just kick you out. I don't need a committee. And also know that the only voices that matter are the ones I've chosen to be on the stage. So let's define some terms. I'm an educator by choice. So I always fall back in the educator mode. And so I like to define terms because I don't like to be 2 hours in this and everybody's like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna make sure we understand terms at the beginning. So when we talk about privilege, we're talking about access. So everybody, raise your hand if you've seen these monkeys on National Geographic. Everybody thinks they're so cute, blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't know the whole story about these monkeys. They're not that it's so cute. I watched David Attenborough's special, and what happens is, right here, okay, that's hard to do. All right, the ones in the water. This is a matriarchal society. So the ones in the water are from the same family of females and their offspring. They are the one who can get in the hot springs. The one on the outside is probably a male, and he is trying to get in, trying to coerce, trying to have a conversation. Hey, baby, can I get in the hot water? Hey, sweetie, can I get in the hot water? And so what he would normally do, and you see the ones on the back, they guard on the outside, because what they're trying to do as males is to ingratiate themselves into the females. Everybody else in the pack, which you don't see, are off on the side, freezing their asses off. They don't get to go in the water. So this is about access. So this is what privilege is, because in the United States, white people have privilege. When you go to South America, there's a different group of people, because there ain't that many damn white folks down there, who have privilege. When you go to Asian countries, different people have privilege. When you go into your organizations, different people have privilege. So it's not about race or gender, it's about who has access to the resources, the power, who can make decisions. That's what privilege is about. Underrepresented is simply about numbers. So you have a team of white, you got the little black guy, I couldn't even, his head's cut off. But you got this white lady right here. So she's underrepresented. It's just about numbers. There are what? 9, how many? What, that's 8? 9. Yeah, 9, and then we don't count the black guy's head chopped off. So there are 9, there are 9 white guys and there's 1 white woman, all right? That's underrepresented, it's just numbers, nothing complicated. Marginalized is about treatment, which is specifically mistreatment. And when we talk about marginalized, we're not talking about individuals, because I get sick of white people saying, oh, but I've had a hard life. It's not about you as an individual, it's about groups of people. So groups of individuals have been marginalized, have been mistreated based on a system. So white women, although you are, I'm gonna let you take that picture, Carol. So although you are, white women, underrepresented in tech, very few of you are marginalized in tech. White women are the only ones who are making gains in tech when it comes to groups because you also benefit from privilege. And this is one of the reasons I don't focus on underrepresented anymore, because that's just white women. And you know what? White women are problematic enough. You get your own shit. I'm just let you go for it. Not that I dislike you or anything, but you are a big problem. You're a thorn in my side. And until you stop being a thorn in my side, whatever. Every man for himself. All right. Diversity is about variety. It's that simple. When you have a Crayola box of 4 crayons, you have to be a damn good artist to create something, because I can't. But if you have a 64 box of crayons, woo, I can make up some shit. I can really go to town with 64 boxes of crayons. So that's what that's about. It's about variety. Simple. It's not inflammatory. Diversity is not inflammatory. Why is everybody getting... It's just about variety. Freaking calm down. But what we know, inclusion. It's about experience. So that's what we're trying to me, inclusion is the holy grail. It is saying that my experience says that I belong here, I feel safe. So you can't tell me if your space is inclusive. I'm the only person who can tell you if I feel included in your space. So all these companies who have these senior level, C-level, please shut up, go sit down, because those individuals, if they have to get permission from a board to do anything, if they don't have a budget, if they don't have any authority to do anything, all they are talking heads. Inclusion is about how I feel in a company or in an environment or a community, not what you tell me. And so this is the problem we're having right now, is that white people think that everybody else is having the same experience as they are. And boy, we are not. You guys have been living a life, but right now privilege is eating on its ass and you don't know how to handle it. Marginalized people have been dealing with shit all our lives, and you guys y'all are just like out here like dog shit. Now, like, what the hell? What is going on? And black folks are sitting back like, we've been dealing with that shit for hundreds of years. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. So that's what inclusion is about. So inclusion is not about equity. I get people talking about, oh, it's not about an equation, a scale, because unless white men sit their ass down, have a meal, take a nap for a long time, and when they get up, start crawling, there's no way in hell my black ass can get ahead of them. I need them to stop. So people don't understand that inclusion is not about equity. It is about the experience. So when we're talking about affirmative action, which so many people have a problem with, you act like black people or Hispanics or whatever are coming in and we can't do the work. We just needed your ass to get the fuck out the way, so that we can come in and do the work. And what the issue is that most people are finding out, most of your white people are kind of mediocre. So for us to get in on affirmative action, we had to have our best. I mean, we came with the A game, because we have always been taught we had to give 110%. That's how we walked in this world. Y'all some mediocre asses. And so what it takes is we get there and somebody realizes, well, damn, they ain't been doing nothing. Oops. And it's not even like we're not giving 100%. Really, it doesn't take but maybe 10% more of what the hell you doing, and we're golden. I mean, people are like, whoa, look at that. Because y'all ain't doing much. Because you've never had to. Everything's been given to you. So your best is our worst. It's like, good God. And I know some people are going to get pissed off about this, but fuck you! I don't care, because it's the truth. All right. Inclusion is not about quotas. It's not about, oh, let's check a box. Let's get a Hispanic lesbian with autism who has a broken leg. That's not what we're trying to do, get everything in one, unless you're giving her 4 salaries. Because she has to come with have 4 different conversations about what's going on. You don't wrap all that up in one thing and say, oh, we've checked, click, click, click boxes. No, inclusion is about experiences. So I have shirts. I got to make a living too. So one of the shirts I have, this is my most popular shirt that white people love to walk around in, and I love it because they ain't got to explain this shit. Just read, just read, just read. You have any questions, follow hashtag Cause a Scene. That's how they give it. There you go, that's it right there. So these are our speakers for the night. We have Michelle. Then we'll have Mark. Then we have Jenna, and we're gonna take a break after that, and then we'll have Brian, Trey, and then I'll be back.